For the first time on the channel, we are driving and delving into the F1 2026 cars, but also for the first time on this channel in history, we are in a rig, a new era, a new time on the channel, and I'm kind of still finalizing the setup. Hopefully it'll be finished tomorrow, but in the meantime I've tried to put it all together and we are going to race on Assetto Corsa racing with the new up and coming 2026 big regulation change F1 cars. Now we are here at Silverstone. We have a 20 car grid. We're starting from the back of the grid and we're going to have a bit of fun and see what the racing is like. Of course we have the X-wings, the Y-wings, you know, both front and rear wings move, skinnier cars, shorter cars, lighter cars, a new hybrid system, a lot to unpack. This is a very early access mod, guys, version 0.5, so very much still work in progress, so bear that in mind. But anyway, like, subscribe, mod, link down below, and let's get into it. So before we get into the car spec and the changes, let's try and survive the first few corners, because that's going to be the biggest challenge of this video. 8 laps of Silverstone underway in the 2026 Formula 1 cars. We're going to take a cautious outside line here. As you can see, cars getting a bit loose. Oh, cheers mate, appreciate the tap, and that's exactly what I meant about just trying to get through the first few corners unscathed. You can feel there's a lot less grip. Generally, the car does not want to work, although right now we have no tyre temperature, nothing at all. Anyway, we've got through the first few corners, so now we can go racing a little bit. Now let's talk about the big changes for 2026. Now, you might notice in the bottom right, we have a DRS button or a DRS icon for when DRS is active. When it is, it goes yellow. When it's not active, it's green. DRS is getting replaced in 2026, and it's not going to be the same as we know it, because now it won't just be the rear wing that's movable, also the front wing. It's basically a form of active aero, and the idea is to reduce drag and improve racing and overtaking. The big change though with this is that it will now be usable at all times, everywhere, throughout the lap. You don't have to be within a second to use it. A bit like when DRS first came in 2011, you could basically use it everywhere in qualifying throughout your lap. It's the same concept, and you can also do the same in the race. And you don't have to be within a second. You can just basically be as brave as you like and abuse it as much as you want. So that's the big one. The other big change, of course, is the battery. Now that isn't modded into this car yet. It's a very early version build, as I mentioned, so hopefully we'll get an update at some point. So for now we just have the kind of constant X and Y wings, which is the new name for DRS. Trying to get stuck in here, but there's not a lot of grip. You can really feel, you know, these cars are shorter, narrower, lighter, so you can kind of feel that lightness in some regards, but also just generally the smaller tires, the smaller car, just a lack of downforce. The floor also more simplified, so less ground effect and more over the top wing, which also is going to take away some downforce on these cars. So you can feel there's a hell of a lot of acceleration because of the wings. You can just basically power up really quickly, but in the corners you definitely notice a big downforce drop off. Now another thing you can tell with these cars is because when you open those X and Y wings constantly, if you do it in a half corner, you know, like a curved straight, the car gets so loose. You know, if you were to try and keep the wings open through turn 1, you would just spin, as I just touched the grass there, that's my bad. Let's try and see if we can go through here. Into Stowe, up the inside. Oh my god, the front end is just not there, but we've got the move done. I'm seeing lots of smoke here at the chicane, but I think everyone is still alive in one piece. I will admit, don't expect good driving. It's my first time literally driving in this rig, so we're gonna have to work to improve and be better in this, and I still have to try and find the sweet spot with the tuning. Oh my god, the braking is horrific. I've got no stopping power. Again, the drag with these cars is meant to be, I think, around 65%, I want to say, or I think it's in that realm. between 50 and 75. Can't remember the exact number. I think it's 65%, but the drag is reduced by 65%. So naturally, in the current cars, you use the drag to slow the cars down, but because you don't have that drag anymore, it's really hard to stop the car. And obviously the brakes are working overtime. I'm going to knock the bias to the rear a little bit and see if we can try and catch up a little bit. Let's try and use these X and Y wings as well and make use of all the exploits we have available. Not even halfway through the race yet, so we've still got a chance to make some inroads. P13 at the moment. Struggling to hit an apex, but I'm quite happy that I'm still pointing in the right direction. I'll be completely honest with you. I want to hear thoughts as well, guys, on these cars. What do you think? Do you think F1's heading in the right direction? I will admit, I love how they look. They could be better, but I think they will be better because these are just, a concept drawing or a concept design. When the F1 teams get to work and start getting creative, narrow noses and making the cars look a lot more aesthetic, they're going to look very, very nice. Anyway, now we're ticking and approaching half race distance. Look at this big run through turn 1 here. Up the inside into turn 3, we do get the car stopped and make that pass. I've got no mechanical grip through turn 4, and that guy's back up the inside. Oh, had to get on the brakes. Slight touch of contact there. You can see him getting loose. Oh my god, the AI now getting a bit frosty. Let's try and go around the outside, which becomes the inside. That curb doesn't like the car too much, or the curb doesn't like the curb. Through we go. And I seem to make a habit of running wide out of left field. My arms are killing me already on my hands. I might have to change the force feedback settings to what I usually run. Let's do a bit of a sound test in this car. Obviously very generic, early days, but still. Don't know why that's happened. Bit of a weird moment there, losing the back end. I don't think I got tagged. Anyway, let's enjoy the engine sound and see how it will sound in 2026, or get an idea. Right then, yellow flag. Just like at the last lap, the AI seemed to misbehave at the final corner, but that was a lap of engine sound. I think we're going to set a PB. Yes, we do, just by a millisecond, but you get the idea. Obviously, you can compare that lap time to what we'll see this weekend in the real-life Silverstone race, but we're now P9 and actually to the top 10, so we're looking pretty decent here. Still struggling for grip in certain corners, but generally, I'd say now we're starting to get a decent handle on the cars. I was able to go through Woodcote, the old pit straight, with the X and Y wings open and kind of just floating the car whilst the back end was getting very, very loose. And we're closing in here on P8. Let's see if we can try and make inroads. We've still got A couple of laps to go. Right through there, the car feels very delicate, but it is doable to go through with the wings open. Into Cops getting the run, but had to just get out of it. Let's see if we can try and set up the exit possibly into the hangar straight. We hit over 340 Ks on the last lap through here. This time we're going to have a slipstream. You can see that big train of cars in front. Look at this. 300 and nearly 50. I think 346 we topped out. The one thing you can really notice in these cars, the top speeds ain't too much more than the current cars, but you get there a lot quicker. The acceleration when you open the wings is incredible. This has been a good scrap though. AI actually pretty decent pace, nicely balanced for this, for the sake of the video. Nice run through one. Come on, turn. Getting really stuck in now. AI definitely better than me in the low speed stuff. I think we're a bit better in the high speed. Got to run. Can we close in? Oh, hang on. Swing one around the outside maybe. Not quite. Lap and a half to go. He's going to run wide, as AI always seem to do through there. So that gives us another position. A couple more cars in front. Could we possibly catch if they battle? Oh, my arms are actually really killing me now. This is a proper arm shoulder workout. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. The way that curb just interacted with the car, that felt a bit weird. I don't think I got tagged. That just felt like a bit of a, maybe a weird sort of response to the curb. But we've dropped to 10th. My rears are absolutely on fire. But there's probably nothing on the table for us now. After that spin, we lost too much time to the cars ahead. So I think we're going to have to try and bring this home for a point. Hopefully we don't get overtaken by nobody behind whilst we're struggling on these really warm rear tyres. Let's bring this one home, baby. Here we go then, race finished. The leader has crossed the line quite a while ago. We're just looking to try and close this race out and score a point after 8 laps. I really need to get into the habit, well, when the time comes anyway, of actually using those wings everywhere. I keep forgetting, you know, I'm used to using them only in what is the real life DRS zones. But there we go, across the line and race done. I enjoyed that. Proper workout. Proper workout. See, again there, I did nothing there, but the car just on the curb sort of bottomed out in a weird way, so there's definitely a little bit of that. Again, work in progress, but fun race. Fun race. We'll compare those lap times to what we see in the real life race on Sunday, and there will be another video down the line, hopefully with a bit more of a updated version of this car. We'll do a comparison race. We'll do 10 26 cars versus 10 24 cars and see how they stack up. Either way, guys, that was the race. Well, there we go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. Again, I'll leave the mod for the car link down below, so go check it out. The track is Silverstone, the default in Assetto Corsa. It's DLC or even stock in-game, so it's not a mod circuit, so that's basically free access or public access for anyone. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and that was a bit of a glimpse into the future, into F1 26. Again, first race on the rig as well. Really enjoyed that, and there'll be more videos and kind of talking about this in the future as well, so stay tuned. But yeah, in the meantime, guys, like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for more F1 content, F1 2026 content, F1 24 content, league racing content. Who knows? A lot of content coming up on the channel very soon, besides career mode. Yeah, guys, cheers for watching. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting the channel and the videos. Check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already, along with my discount links down below. And yeah, guys, I'll see you soon. Take care, and let's goodbye from me.